You ready, nigga?
Yes, sir.
Yo, what is up, y'all? It's your boy, Sammy Socialite.
And this is your boy, Just JayTee.
Just JayTee. We in this thing. We bring you another hot and spicy episode of Hot Sauce. This about to be one of my favorite episodes. Like I told y'all many episodes ago, every time we talk about music, JayTee be hype about these people. And I always say, it's only one person that I really get hype about when they drop the music. And that is my boy, Chris Breezy Brown.
We're gonna jump right into it.
He has officially dropped. Now, we're not gonna hop right into it, but that's gonna be the hot topic for me today. So I'm excited.
Yep.
You know, I got my boy JayTee with me. I got some champagne. I'm gonna go ahead.
This is the first time.
Ooh, I like that.
This is the first time in a while we had libations on set. So when I walked in on set and I saw what type of time Sam was on, I was like, oh, this looks like it's about to be a good episode, people.
Yes, sir.
So, hey, fuck it, cheers.
Alright, so let's go ahead and pop this thuggamajig out. You know, last episode I really asked like where was Drake? Because he was too quiet for me.
Yeah.
And I knew he was up to something. And so
I think I'm always up to something.
Finally found out what Drake was up to. Drake dropped a surprise album called Honestly Nevermind.
Dog. Like when I found this out, I was getting my hair braided, right? I just looked and I see he's dropped out. I'm like, honestly, never mind. I was like, oh.
I didn't even notice you got your thought braids.
Yeah, man. I was trying to find a hat, but like I just wasn't feeling. I wasn't feeling the hat.
You can't put up the thought braids.
Saying, bro. But anywho, I found out. I was like, I didn't know what to expect. I'm watching the timeline. And I'm just watching everybody get so hyped and excited about Drake dropping his album. It's almost as like this is the first time in a while he's dropped something where it's like nobody really knows what he's expecting. And it's funny as hell he dropped that immediately right after when Beyonce announced her album. That petty ass motherfucker there.
Well, I don't even know. Like, that's a whole different conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so as y'all know, Drake dropped the album, Honestly Nevermind. It was not your typical Drake music. It was like a mix between house music, a mix between like, I guess they say what they call EDM. Yeah. I guess. I feel like when I listened to it.
What was your first reaction like when you heard it the first time?
I actually had caught some Florida vibes too, but
oh no, they got some of that.
Yeah,
they got
my first listen, I was lit, and so I was driving home and I was listening to it. I listened to most of it, and I was vibing. Like I was like, oh, this is a vibe. Like.
Man.
Like some songs stood out. A lot of people have their songs that they like.
Yeah.
The song that I like outside of course, the 21 Savage song.
Yeah.
What's the shit called? Crooks? Mr. Crooks or some shit like that.
Jimmy Crooks.
Jimmy Crooks. That was cool.
Yeah.
I think that I am a weirdo. I actually did not listen to the album in order.
Oh yeah, we already figured that you be living on serial killer vibes.
I didn't listen to the album in order. I listened to it on shuffle, but that was
like a murder.
That was the first song I played, and that's what.
This thing is a whole fucking serial killer doing this shit like that.
I don't understand. I listen to Chris Brown on.
I mean that's a given because like Chris Brown is like he gonna give you songs, so it's like you can start however way you want to start. So that's a given.
But I will say that a song that really stood out to me is Sticky. Like Sticky is my song. Like,
hey. The crazy thing about that is, like when I got on my second listen, that next day, the moment I heard Sticky, I was like, okay, I'm rolling. Cause like the first time I listened to it,
you know how sticky it get, hey, you know how sticky it get, hey. And that was saying like for me going to college in 08, 09, 10, like in Florida region,
yeah,
like it was kind of like stick and roll type music, and it was really good.
Yeah, that shit was like that beat out for some reason. The rap head in me was like waiting for that beat to just drop because that beat in the background, that bass was just not bumping and knocking. Right. Drake was rapping. I was just like, okay, I'm rolling because the first time when I listened to Honestly Nevermind, you know, I was in my apartment, but it was midnight. I was chilling, and it was like the first time I heard it, I was like, the first song I was like, intro was like, first song I was like, okay. Second song, by the time I get the third song, I'm like, okay, this is a completely different vibe that I really was not expecting. So I was just like,
nobody was expecting that.
Bro, I was just like, honestly. You know what? It wasn't his thing. When I first heard it, I knew it wasn't bad music. It's just I was in the wrong environment. I said, let me try this again in the morning. When I went to work, while in between my job, driving, it's sunny outside. I played it. Like I said, I played Sticky. I was like, all right, I'm rolling. So like the more time I spent with Honestly Nevermind, the more and more it grew on me, the more vibe it got to me, the more I loved it. I love the fact that, you know, to be honest, this Drake does music like this before, but he's never done like a full entire project of house music like this. He's done it before. So I love the fact that he did something completely left field.
Of course, I'm a rock with Drake, whatever. But
yeah.
The thing, so speaking like about how the climate accepted the album, it's kind of weird to me because honestly, a lot of people like they hate this album, but the same people that say they hate this album hated Certified Lover Boy. So I'm just like, what do y'all want from Drake at this time? Like he keeps giving us different shit. And he's excelling at all the shit. Like, you can talk about Certified Lover Boy all day. That was a good album. It's still songs that literally ride. Like, most of the albums still rise.
Yes, I'll say, walk back some of the slanders. Like, some of the songs on Certified Lover Boy still get burned. They still get burned. That's why it's like, I play a bit of it in the summertime now. It feels and sounds better when it's the summer.
Yeah, summertime is a whole different ballgame.
Oh, no, music in the summertime, when you play it in the summertime, especially when you're out and about and you playing it, it sounds different than just on the winter time, fall time, or just a time when you chill. It just sounds different. So, yeah, I can see why, but you know, it's just fans are weird, bro. Like fans, especially fans in the hip hop world, them niggas do not know what the hell it is they want. Because literally, Drake gave an album where this is something where people been complaining. This is one thing. The number one thing I've been complaining about Drake about doing is doing something that was completely different. And this one came left field. Like, not the type of music he's made, because he's made songs like this before on more live views. Like a lot of his albums, he's made songs like this before, but never have I seen him make a full length album full of music like this.
He was all in.
Yep. And like I always like to just have this conversation with music as well, because we all know music is subjective, right? And I've always had this thing where it's like, when it comes to music, sometimes your environment and where you're at may depend on how you take in the music. Because, you know, listening to an album like Drake, you're not gonna be able to just sit down, smoke, and vibe to it in your crib. Like shit like this, you gotta play in the car. Shit like this, you gotta play when you have to kidnap, when you have to function. Shit like this is you gotta play when you around women and shit.
Man, this album gonna be fire at the.
It's gonna be fire because
bars. Like, bro, it's going up.
Bro, the people that hate this album, it's gonna get real different. It's gonna get very different when we out in the middle of the summer when they playing songs like this, songs like Flights of a Book, songs like Calling My Name, songs like Massive, songs like Jimmy Crooks. Everybody loves Jimmy Crooks. What's your favorite songs from Honestly Nevermind? What's your favorite?
Like I say, I mean, my favorite song, the song that stood out to me the most, that I vibe with a lot, is Sticky. Like that's probably my favorite
one.
Now I haven't gone back through it a lot. I've gone back through some of the songs I like.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, Drake, he did something different. People like it, people don't like it. At the end of the day, it's still gonna sell, and we still gonna be listening to that.
Yeah, and Drake also, there's this clip also as well that came out a while back when Drake had his interview with Elliot Wilson, and he basically said, you know, he described what times we're in as far as with music, how, you know, a lot of times people aren't really so focused on the music itself, but they're just more so focused on, you know, giving those hot takes, saying if music is, you know, classic or trash and shit like that.
Right.
But Drake said in that interview is, you know, they're ahead of the curve, you know, and it's like, you know, they're not worried about, you know, those first week sales or those first week numbers. Mm-hmm. They're more so worried about, you know, once that time passes to see how the music really sets. So I say all that to say, the niggas that be saying that they hate this shit now, watch when we get to like middle of July. Watch. Middle of July, August. Watch.
Well,
I believe
and
motherfuckers gonna love that shit.
That's perfect because that brings up my next point. You know, Beyonce dropped her new single, Break My Soul, and it was a dance track as
I heard that in the car, like, and driving at night. I was like, yo. I'm like, nah, it's cold.
Hey, first of all, that song is lit.
Mm-hmm.
Break My Soul is lit.
Yep.
And all the same people that was hating on Drake album
I saw that shit too.
was going up for the Beyonce song.
I saw that too, bro. Like, that's going up.
It's giving bias because Beyonce paired up with Big Frida on some ad-libs and
Warless.
That song is gonna be lit. You know, she's dropping an album. I think her album is slated to come out July 29th.
Yeah, July 29th.
Which, you know, that's gonna be interesting because, of course, Beyonce is not gonna give us a whole album of that. I don't think.
Nah, I don't think so.
But it definitely was an interesting deviation from the typical Beyonce that we're used to.
Yep.
And I definitely enjoy it. And so you say that we're gonna have a dancing summer.
Yep.
Because it seems like music is some people are taking that leap to go try some new shit.
Right.
And I think that's gonna be great because I mean honestly like shit was getting boring with the same type of shit. You know, every now and then it's a song that come out that sound like a little different but it's still the same type vibe, but these are some different vibes and I can't wait to hear them at the function.
The crazy thing is like I was just watching the response between Drake and Beyonce, seeing how, you know, everybody saying it's looking like we finna have a type of summer.
Summer.
Yeah, it's just like I'm thinking when I'm seeing that, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, damn the fact that you're doing this in the summer. Look, you gotta look at the big picture. Like this sounds like it possibly could be a transition to move in the music. It might be a little bit more artists doing this because Beyonce and Drake, just the two bigger artists.
I think they're just but that's the thing. Like they're bigger. They're at the like if we look back historically, like even on like the Neos, Rihanna's, and Usher's, like they were the genre that they were until they stepped outside the box and started doing that international type music and.
Hell, we got Pitbull and Flo Rida. They're the ones. They're the main ones.
I mean, talking about them.
I know.
I'm talking about the black people that did it. I'm not talking about.
Flo Rida's black though. Flo Rida is black.
Flo Rida. Okay, well we ain't talking about Flo Rida.
I know. I get it.
All right. I said
Riri,
and Neo and Usher. They and of course Neo's song is with Neo got a song with Flo Rida. Oh my God, we have an audience member. Well, we actually got 2 audience members today. And are you okay?
Yeah, man.
Okay, raise your hands up or something. Okay, I'm sorry. But, so, yeah, I don't think that everybody's going to get jiggy with this new thing, but I feel like some of the top dogs might dabble in it. Yep. I wouldn't be surprised if Ty Dolla tries to see what's up with that.
Oh, Ty would smoke that shit.
And I like from a music mindset, I feel like Ty could come up with some fire shit on that.
Oh no, Ty could. Like he makes every single different type of music, whether it's house, R&B, rap, country, whatever.
Where they get.
Yep. I can see him for sure doing that, but it just feels.
I'm a rock with it.
I think what's going to happen now. This is just me from just looking from the outside in. I really definitely feel.
Not you looking. What you looking at? Not just playing. Don't mind me, y'all. Don't mind me.
Okay, I'm looking from the outside in as far as with what's going on now. I think more and more they're going to start doing more. I think that's more. It's going to separate the genres. Whereas like you go to different parties where you go this party they can play trap, or this party play house. Like the music.
Oh, theme parties.
Theme party, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like theme parties coming back because it's like with this type of music, a lot of people, what I've watched and what I've noticed from Twitter when Beyonce and Drake came out, was a lot of people was happy that, you know, this type of music, house music, was coming back. Like it's always been around.
I saw that from the East Coast. You know that place over there.
Yeah, your new home.
No, the DMV, like
go no. house has been a thing since the beginning of time.
I know, but
Chicago,
like DMV love that shit. Oh, not
DMV,
Chicago.
Baltimore,
Chicago. I guess that is where
don't
I'm
be
at.
curious like that, man. Chicago, DMV,
I'm not gonna do it,
East
but
Coast,
Chicago.
Jersey, like this is nothing new. But like just to see a resurgence of house music, like it's very, very dope to watch. And it's a lot of people that I saw in the Twitter world, Twitterverse, as we like to call it, you know, say how they're so happy that they're gonna start bringing back, you know, house music, dancing music, because you know, it's a lot of people, like you said, there's a lot of people that are just tired of hearing, you know, the sad, depressed trap shit. They're tired of just hearing trap shit. And
Not just tired of hearing Rod Wave.
Rod Wave wasn't the person that I had in mind, but he has a point there. But yeah, there's a lot of people that just want to dance because, you know, the world's fucked up now. Inflation's going up. And as you see on my shirt here, adulting is very fucking overrated.
You're done adulting for the day?
I'm always done adulting for the day whenever I do shit.
See, that's why you can't get on my level with these coins. But whatever.
This isn't the comparison race, my brother.
Oh, it's
I'm
not.
gonna catch you.
Oh.
This is why this nigga angry, because you know, niggas get new jobs, start getting bigger bags, they start becoming different.
Speaking of big bags, shout out to my girl Tabitha and her business for I got my very first Louis Vuitton over the shoulder bag. Like, I've never had Louis, I've never had Gucci, I've never had Prada, I've never had none of that. Shout out to my girl for gifting me with a Louis Vuitton bag, and it's real, and she finna start selling them hoes. So we gonna get her that later, but I should have bought the Gucci bag, but I'm still, like I said, you know, I ain't never had no Louis Vuitton bag or whatever.
I enjoy that shit, man.
I gotta make sure my swag is up to par with the bag. Speaking of bags,
Yes, sir.
Christopher Maurice Breezy Brown was in his bag when he dropped his self-titled album #2, Breezy.
Yep.
And you know, it's crazy because, you know, his first album, everybody knows his first album was called Chris Brown.
Yep. And everybody was waiting. Everybody was wondering why he dropping it so late now when he could have had an album time like Breezy.
Nah, bruh. I think this is Breezy.
Oh, no,
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it took this long for him to know who Breezy is, and this album was that.
Yep.
So we're gonna talk about Chris Brown album Breezy.
Mm-hmm.
I was very excited for this album.
Yep.
The whole world was like, "Oh, please don't make us listen to another long ass album." Blah blah blah. The album is only 24 tracks,
Yep.
and honestly, bruh, are you okay? Like, do you need some water?
Nigga dying over there.
It's water right there. Go get you some.
Nigga brought
Anyway.
libations and he's dying. God damn.
So anyway,
Drink
like
some water,
Breezy album is a vibe. I feel like if he had known what Drake and Beyonce were up to, he probably would have dropped one or two songs that were like similar to that vibe. On there.
He's done that before too.
Well, yeah, I mean that's Chris Brown. Chris Brown is very diverse for all you haters out there who say all his songs sound alike. And for those, all his songs sounded like people. None of these songs on Breezy really sound like some shit that he's done before. It's like new.
And if you want to really get into it, like his last few albums, Heartbreaking, The Full Moon, Indigo, this one, Breezy, none of the songs, they may be long tracks, but there's a lot of tracks in there that do not sound the same. They do not sound like one another.
Hello.
And I'd be so tired of people saying that shit. Do you niggas actually listen to music, or do y'all skim through it? Because clearly y'all don't listen to music.
They just be hating.
Y'all do not listen to music.
No, they just be hating.
And that too. We know the reason why, but we're not gonna get into that. But
they just be hating. So Breezy got a song with everybody on this, which is I actually love when he does that. So he got a song with Your Boy, which is the intro, which kind of made me throw up.
There we go. I like intro hard.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? It was cute or whatever, but let me tell you what it's not. It ain't Indigo's opening track.
Oh yeah, Indigo shit is better.
Cause Indigo was fire. But I mean,
Indigo shit was hard.
Lil Durk did his thing. I ain't gonna lie. The song he got with Fabio Foreign, Kate,
Catch a Body.
C-A-B, Catch a Body. Yo, I'm not really like big on this Fabio wave like everybody else is. I mean,
Only
it
in
is
New
what
York,
it
only
is.
in New York folks is big on Fabio.
It is what it is, but that song was lit. He got a song with Wayne.
Young Blue and Wayne joined that one here.
Possessive. I'm actually like indifferent on that shit.
What's wrong?
I mean, it just wasn't like flames to me when I heard it a few times, but Addicted with Lil Baby. I love the fact that Lil Baby started that joint off and he was spitting, and then Chris came and they're going on tour together. So we already know that song gonna be played. Now everybody likes Call Me Every Day, which is the song with Wizkid.
Yeah. You don't like it?
It's gonna have to grow on me. It wasn't giving me the vibe that I wanted, because like hearing that with Wizkid and hearing the Drake song that he had with Wizkid and then the song he had with Tim's, like, like I like.
Are you
Drake.
looking for that type of vibe?
Well, I mean, it's just like Drake mastered the vibe for those artists, and I don't think Chris really did on this one.
Right.
Yeah, I wasn't really fucking with it like
that. It was cool. Yeah, well, I was listening to it. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. I like it.
But Chris has found his new 7 with her. They can't miss. Every song Chris and her got are lit.
3.
Closure featuring her is dope as hell.
Dope as a motherfucker.
Sex Memories with Ella Mai. Oh my god. I don't even have Sex Memories. Wink, because I'm a virgin. But that song is so lit. Like, Chris Brown even had Jack Harlow sliding on the track on Psychic. Like, I just don't know what.
You know what's more? Do you know what's interesting as well? I ain't peeped this until I listened to the Joe Budden podcast. Like the first half of Breezy is all features and guest lists. When we get to the second half, it's just Chris by himself outside of Tory Lanez. Yeah. And I found that very interesting.
I won't speak on that song. However,
yeah,
like I said, he has some R&B genres on there too, showing these versus niggas that he can still sing.
Warm Embrace.
Yeah, Warm Embrace is dope. He tapped in Normani for the video, and
I don't know why people were mad at Normani for getting in the video, Chris Brown.
Because first of all, we got beef with Normani, but I'm not talking about that on this episode.
I know, I don't got beef.
But
that's a beautiful black woman.
She did do what she did.
That's a beautiful black woman.
Does she identify as black?
Yeah, she's a black woman.
Oh, okay, because
she's a black woman.
No, I know what she is. I said, does she identify as that? Because I won't be slandering Normani on this song, on this page, because the last song that Normani dropped, Wild Side, featuring Cardi, I actually fuck with. I love that song.
Yep.
She got a song with Black that I love too, called Waves. But she's a sour topic for me, because she blocked me on Twitter, and I don't appreciate that. And I was talking about her and Tina Shay one day, and she blocked me. So shout out to Tinashe for not blocking me. I'll say your name right, Tinashe. There you go. Because you know I usually call you Tina Shay. But whatever. Iffy made the album. Last song number 24. Breezy only got 24 songs. Iffy is my shit. And I can't wait to like
hearing Iffy in the album rotation, cuz that made it sound so much better. It's like certain songs, when you listen to them as a single, you're like, alright, it's cool. But when you throw in the album rotation, that shit sounds so much harder.
I can't wait to see how the album gets played in different spaces over the summer.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that shit, man. Like, good Lord.
You got any other thoughts on Breezy, the album?
I can get some favorite joints, because when I first listened to it, like, I always know with the Chris Brown album, I always know going into it's gonna be some cold shit on there. And I'm actually surprised he dropped the album this short of a magnitude for him, because I know he'd be dropping 30, 40 plus songs. So I was like, okay, so he's a little bit more intense.
He has an ear to the streets.
Yeah.
Like,
and plus, also, he's going to drop a deluxe. So
I heard. But the deluxe only is 10 extra songs.
Yeah. So I'm waiting on that.
I could do 10 extra.
Yeah. And so it was like, you put me up, please.
I mean,
gracias. So yeah, so
you look like you still got full cup. So true. I don't know what I'm pouring, but whatever.
But yeah, like I think it took me a minute after doing several spins to see which.
Can I get you a snack or a beverage, sir?
This nigga here. But yeah, it took me a few minutes to just It took not a few minutes, but it took me a minute to like see which tracks are my favorites that stuck out to me. That
What's
stood out
what
to
you
me.
got for us?
All right. Till the Wheels Fall Off with my boy Durkio first.
Lil Durk.
Catch a Body, you know, it grew on me. I ain't gonna lie, it grew on me. And I'm not really, like you, I'm not really a fan of Fabio's music like that. Maybe on features here and there, you straight. Pitch Black. I find myself gravitating more towards Pitch Black. Possessive, listen, I'm not really a huge fan of Wayne like that, but Wayne be spitting. And also with Blue, aka Young Blue, that man, his feature, he been on the feature run for a little bit. He be killing it.
He still can't read though, but we'll talk about that later.
I'm not gonna talk about that. But yeah,
no, I'm talking about
Blue. Well, you can talk about. I'm not. Blue. I know he's been new for a while, but like he's been quietly doing his thing though. Like I fucking rock with Blue shit. Addicted, it's cool. Call Me Every Day, it's cool. Closure. Chris Brown and her smoking every single time.
Doing that thing.
Oh yeah, Need You Right Here with Bryson Tiller.
Oh, I forgot about that. I did like that.
One of them motherfucking ones.
I like that.
That one was hard, bro.
Like that. And shout out to Bryson. Bryson
been
smoking
smoking it for a while.
Well, I don't know about that, but every time if he's called to the play,
on features.
Yeah, if he's called to the play on features, he does that shit because my homeboy.
You hear the shit with him and Diddy? He got a song with Diddy. That shit's actually
okay. Yeah, he has a song with Diddy, and they tried to perform at the BET Awards. Mm-hmm. Apparently, something happened and it didn't go out right. Like Bryson was up there looking like fool. We're gonna talk about that later, but. I haven't heard the real song, but I'm gonna go listen to it.
Yeah, I heard the real song. It's good.
Yeah, Bryson be
and it's also the song is also falls in line with. It's not entirely like Drake and Beyonce, but it was.
Yeah, no, I heard it. You know what I'm saying? I heard it last night, but and shout out to Bryson because my homeboy who was in the audience dying or whatever, he put me on Gucci Mane and Bryson. What that song was called? How what? Yeah. Drive you crazy. Drive me crazy. Drove you crazy. Right. Drove you crazy. Gucci featuring Bryson. That shit was lit. Okay. And then like the song that he had, you know, with Rihanna and Khaled, you know. Yeah, Bryson does some good shit. I was actually shocked to hear Chris and Bryson have a song together.
You shocked?
Yeah, I didn't think that would be a call that Breezy would make. Like I don't, you know, just like everything, like it's rare when he does songs with male singers that are not named Trey Songz or Tory Lanez.
Trey Songz is not.
We're not gonna go into the why that might be.
Yeah, that's a complicated topic that I don't know. I don't care to talk about now. I don't care to talk about it no more. Go ahead.
So the BET Awards came on. BET Awards 2022. The show was actually pretty dope, like compared to everything else. My biggest gripe with the show, they opened with Lizzo.
Lizzo.
Girl, ain't nobody trying to see Lizzo. Even if I wanted to see Lizzo, should she have opened the show? No. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Lizzo opening the show gave me vibes of when Monique used to open the show and do Beyonce spoofs.
Yeah.
I felt like Lizzo was being a fucking spoof up there. And she had fat niggas dancing with her. Like, not women. Like, fat niggas. Like, 300 niggas.
Oh, 300.
And it's cute. But I'm just like, girl, Now, BET Awards actually was dope. I know you was in and out because you was lit last night. I cannot believe you were so lit.
Yeah, I went to around French and shit. You know.
Yeah, my homeboy was there too. He was like, she poured like a half a bottle in his cup. Crazy.
Lord have mercy.
So, BET Awards, the highlights for me, of course, well, it was hosted by Taraji P. Henson.
How you feel about Taraji hosting?
Wasn't really a highlight. I mean, she
hosted the last 7 weeks.
Well, this is like the second time, but at the same time, like I don't have no issue. No, it's probably like the fourth because her and Lucius hosted, didn't they?
I think so.
I think they did. Oh, y'all, that's like who is Lucius? Her and Terrence Howard. I think they did like a host one time, but I mean she was straight, but The BET Awards, I don't even know if they realized how many people was actually going to be watching it because they didn't spend a lot of money on making sure that they had the top-notch people working behind the scenes on the show.
Right.
It was a lot of technical issues. But basically, highlights for me, Bid Lotto. She won Best New Artist, and she cried.
I heard about that.
She cried because that means something to her, and I understand that because like all of us, we can fake the funk all day. We grew up on BET, so winning a Best New Artist for a BET award was dope for her. Then she had the opportunity to set the stage on fucking fire. Shout out to Big Lotto. She did that shit. Not only did she do that shit by herself, she pulled a big motherfucking joker on these niggas in the Spades game and had the Mariah Carey come out and do the Big Energy remix, and she was actually singing her song and she hit the notes and it was just dope. Like, man, that's what BET Awards is missing. Nobody was expecting Mariah Carey to show up at the BET Awards.
Someone as big as her showing up at the BET Awards,
and she came and she performed and she tore the house down. Shout out to BET for giving a lot of these newer artists that are on, like, you know, they're doing their thing. They have Money Long perform. They have this girl named Dolce perform.
Oh yeah, from Top Dog, New Age Top Dog.
Right. Dolce, she did her thing. Chloe, Miss Chloe Bailey.
I saw Chloe's performance.
Miss Chloe Bailey showed the fuck out, and her mic was on. But then
somebody was saying like she was giving out Janet Jackson vibes to a degree.
I mean,
in the performance.
Any comparison is good besides Beyonce because
that's her mentor.
Beyonce birthed her.
That's her mentor.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, so it's good to see her incorporating other aspects of people. That was dope. There were some like dope things going on. Diddy got honored. Y'all boy Ye ended up doing a speech for Diddy, and Ye had on a full like.
Bro, it's hot as fuck in LA. How you able to live? How you able to sit like that, bro? Like you got to be. I felt like you had to been sweating up a storm with that shit on, bro. That's.
Ye was he was.
Imagine wearing that shit in Atlanta,
bro. He was breathing like.
Oh, that nigga was dying. That nigga was dying.
Like,
Take the mask off.
I don't even know what Ye had going on.
Take the mask off, bro.
Shout out to the Real Housewives that were on the show. Eva Miss Diva, aka the star of All the Queen's Men on BET Plus. She presented something. Miss Candy Keep a Bag Burris. She gave out an award with Luke James. Season 5 of The Shy is out now, and they did an award. And then the queen, Nene Lanithia Leaks. She was on the BET Awards as well, promoting her new show, College Hill Celebrity Edition. They're at Texas Southern. I watched the whole first episode that they played after the BET Awards, and I'm going to tell you this. It's Nene Leaks, Big Frida, Dream Doll, India Love, Ray J, Slim Thugger, child. Did I say Ray J?
I don't think you said Ray J.
Ray J, and child. They done found Stacey Dash, y'all, and Lamar Odom. Shout out to Lamar Odom. But they done got Stacey Dash on the show. Now, mind you,
I saw people mentioning that. Like,
mind you, Stacey Dash don't even like black people.
That's
and it showed all through the first episode. Now, like I said, they enrolled in Texas Southern, so they're taking classes and stuff like that. I ain't gonna spoil too much, but basically, like, Stacey Dash joined the dance team. And she was having issues, and she was like, I'm tired, and the whole cast was like, you being real standoffish, just like you don't even want to be around black people, and it's just like, wow, because clearly that's Stacey Dash. But yeah, all that shit happened on BET Awards, and like I said, Diddy did his thing. He shouted out Cassie. That was real messy.
Shout out Cassie. JayTee in front of his.
JayTee was in the audience with a sign that said, "Go Poppy."
That's Carisha.
Oh, what I said, JayTee?
Yeah, you said JayTee. Uzi.
JayTee's Uzi. Yeah, Uzi was there too.
But Carisha had a whole sign. I'm tripping. That whole sign that said "Go Poppy." I'm like,
But people say he didn't shout her out. He didn't say her name, but he did be like, yeah, that's on period. Everybody know, period. It's Carisha.
And people
We
were
all
trying.
know that's Carisha.
And people were trying to say, how could she do that? And it's like, I think Carisha don't give a fuck. Carisha don't give a fuck.
Carisha know what's up. She got a whole talk show out of deal.
Clearly.
I mean, it's not like
she know what it is, so she can't.
it's not like it ain't no worse than Southside. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Clearly, you fucking with a nigga that is highly celebrated. Shout out to Diddy for flying his money around and off the drunkenness of whatever he was on. Gave $1 million to Howard and $1 million to Jackson State.
Can Southern you get $1 million?
No, because nobody went there that's famous. And
David Banner
and I saw. Child, well, go call David Banner and see if he can spare some pennies to rub together to get y'all some money. But it really pisses me off because I was accepted into Howard and I didn't go. And now I'm over here like, damn, should I have went to Howard? Because clearly Howard is the shit. Like, the BT Awards was also like a Howard spectacle.
It's because all the celebrities, they recognize Howard. They
went to Howard.
Well, they ain't graduated for it.
It don't matter. But that's like in undergrad they were there.
I know.
And that's what's killing me.
I'm like, Howard, I know that.
Yes, Diddy went to Howard, Taraji went to Howard. Then they also had other people that went to Howard.
Yeah, Chad went to Howard too.
Okay, well guess who didn't go to Howard? Terrence J, which was obvious because he showed up on the BT Awards and he did a little cue dog bark to his brother.
Because Terrence went to A&T.
Ooh, child, it sounded real bad.
He went to A&T.
Do we go together? Real bad.
Oh my God.
But yeah, anyway, and last thing on the BT Awards, I gotta put this in here. I gotta represent for my peoples. This is the first BT Awards that they actually like show love to the gay community, and they had a special voguing, ballroom, and pose segment. When I tell you, Mother Electra came out and shut it down. Billy Porter looked ugly. Like, I don't know what he was wearing. He wears better things to all the white people things, but whatever. He had on a potato sack.
No.
But
yo, one of the bitches that nigga looked like Issa Rae. Oh God.
Issa Rae.
He looked like Issa.
From Insecure, right? Oh, okay, yeah, because she looked like that.
Yeah.
It was, but the performance was fire. I appreciate BT.
You know what I think? They trolled the fuck out of Lil Nas X.
I don't think that's what it was. That's what the social media says. I know. I don't even want to. That is whatever.
Yeah,
okay,
right.
So Lil Nas X was pissed because he didn't get nominated for BET Awards.
Right.
Even though he performed last year and kissed a nigga on stage, and people wasn't fucking with that, obviously, for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But then BET was like, he called him homophobic. And so basically they went all in. People are saying they went all in by having that segment to like show that they weren't homophobic. But honestly, I just feel like BT is finally, not even just BT, but like people are just finally realizing that, I mean, gay people are here and they have a culture, and they're black too, and it can be celebrated all at once. Like, it don't have to be nothing separated.
Right.
And that was a big deal. I really did appreciate that. Then we also had bad moments like Giveon performing. And I honestly don't doubt that maybe his earpiece was off, but he tried to blame it on the microphone. But sorry, it wasn't the microphone. It had to be your earpiece because he was singing very off key. It was giving verses. Omarion verses.
Omarion, nigga, you let me down, dog.
Well, that ain't on the list,
dog.
but yeah. Shout out to Mario, because Mario showed that he actually can sing. And even though I feel like verses, if it was in the regular age of verses where people were just pressing play, Omarion would have did it, because I was keeping track objectively.
Right.
Like, yeah, the vocals was cool, but I mean, if Omarion sounded horrible on the song, but if the song was better than what Mario played, I was still giving.
Bro, it was like I wasn't really expecting myself to watch verses, because to be honest, like outside of everything I heard, verses I feel like personally verses has ran its course because outside's back open.
Yeah, I'll say that. Right.
It was only good for when we was inside and shit, and so I couldn't help it, but like, I wasn't really watching, but I saw some folks watching it, so. My homie, shout out to my homie. Who we talked about versus while it was going on. I decided to watch it because of her. But bruh, I haven't been entertained like that in a while. Cause like I'm watching and I'm just like, damn, Mario's whooping your ass, nigga. Fight back, do something. Like nigga, do something.
He did. Nah, he did fight back.
He fought back.
But that's what I'm saying. It was.
He took Jeremiah taking
Nah, bro.
down with him.
It's really about the songs and people. Jeremiah got up there and sounded like hot garbage, but
Bruh.
people have to understand that Jeremiah was battling with COVID for months. It really almost got the best of him.
Oh yeah.
So that probably really affected his voice. And I'm gonna give first of all, Jeremiah could never sing anyway.
I mean,
like Jeremiah did what he did.
Yeah.
But he wasn't able to do what he did because he caught COVID.
Hey man.
Shout out to that nigga. Alright, so yeah. We got one more thing to talk about. I really don't want to talk about that shit.
No.
But can we mention it?
Just mention it for a second. Because I know everybody's been saying what they need to say.
Well, the BET Awards really made me mad because they did like they always do the rest in peace of people that we lost over the year, and the very first thing they put up there was Roe versus Wade, and that was kind of like distasteful, I feel like, to the people that we actually did lose. But yeah, Roe versus Wade was shot down by the Supreme Court it wasn't really a surprise because that news had actually leaked beforehand, but we didn't think they were actually crazy enough to actually like go through with it, and they did. Roe versus Wade has a lot of implications that is beyond just women being able to get an abortion. And I honestly did not do my proper research on this to dive deep into everything that it is. So that's why I'm really like sketchy about talking about that shit, because I feel like over the next few weeks we'll have more information to like really discuss what happened.
Right.
But the Supreme Court did something that was crazy. Like they really overturned Roe versus Wade, which some celebrities that spoke up about it. The BET Awards spoke up about it multiple times. Jasmine Sullivan spoke on it. Janelle Monáe spoke on it. Like they really just like, it's not just a women's issue. It's a man issue too. And I think we'll have more information about that shit.
We'll have more information on it as time progresses. But yeah, it's just so crazy to me how we living in a time where they trying to police a woman's rights of what she wants to do with her body. As if it's from men too. It's from old ass white men who think they know what a woman wants best, and these motherfuckers don't know shit. So like it's more so. It's like although we have to we gotta work and look more towards what transpires. The main thing is it's the fact that they overturned Roe versus Wade, and it's the fact that they're making it illegal for women to get an abortion in a healthy way. So
right.
I just think it's bullshit. It's unfair. It's too much. There's bigger shit to worry about here in this world than a woman's body, what she wants to do with her body. There's too much shit. There's too much shit going on in this world for y'all to be worried about what a woman does with her body. Like
never.
It is, brother.
You know what I'm saying? Not to them. Never.
That's just crazy how it's a bunch of old. It's crazy how the people who are in power, they're a bunch of old white folks who aren't even gonna last long.
Crazy because there's white folk in there too.
Oh yeah, cool.
I'm not gonna throw that word around, but I mean,
it's alright.
It's finna get real interesting. So y'all pay attention to all that. You know my rule. We don't talk about politics on Hot Sauce. We'll dive into that
here and there.
Episode.
Once we get
is you drunk like me?
Feeling lovely.
You ain't drunk like me. But yeah, we're gonna write this thing up cause I feel like y'all got a lot today.
Oh shit. Up to the brim, goddamn. But yeah.
My paycheck ain't clear yet, so we're gonna cut this thing short.
You'll start noticing once the paychecks get bigger and longer. You'll tell.
Oh yeah. Next time I have my Louis bag.
This nigga is not gonna know what to do or something.
I got a Louis bag, y'all.
Let me play catch up with this nigga, man.
Louis Gucci Prada. But anyhow, it's your boy, Sammy Social Life.
It's your man, your guy, your nigga, just JayTee.
And we bringing you another episode of Hot Sauce. And we did that. So like, share, subscribe. Make sure
Follow us on the socials.
Yes, follow us on the socials.
We gonna be doing a bit more
Oh,
on
you
the
gonna start the
socials.
socials?
Yep. All right. So first and foremost, follow us on the Hot Sauce Pod socials, Twitter. Well, Instagram first.
Hot Sauce Pod 17.
Yes.
On Twitter.
No, Instagram. Hot Sauce Pod 17 on Instagram.
Hot Sauce Pod.
Hot Sauce Pod on Twitter.
17 on Instagram. Hot Sauce Pod on Twitter.
Yep.
Y'all do that. It's gonna be right here. I'm gonna make sure I put that right there. So y'all got it. Anything else?
Who you want to shout out?
Shit, shout out P Valley. That shit lit.
I gotta set my internet up and finish watching it. I didn't get a chance to finish watching it.
Ooh, child. Shout out to my boy Don Baton.
I got rid of that name years ago.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. Shout out to my boy, the Don Father. His album is out right now on Apple Music or Spotify. Don Father, you can check that out, or you can check out Don Father and his brother's collab album. Which is called what?
That one's called DEP, but you can find everything on any platform by searching Don
T-A-C-E.
Any platform.
Any platform.
Alright.
Don Father.
And let me give a shout out real quick. I would like to shout out my nigga, my dog, Adele. Happy motherfucking birthday.
Adele?
My homegirl.
Oh, the singer?
No. I wish I knew, but it's my homegirl Adele. We was out all weekend because of her birthday. So cheers to cancer season. Cheers to all the cancers. You know, y'all been showing y'all asses so far this season, and cancer season just getting started. So shout out y'all. Ooh. Shout out my nigga Adele. Happy birthday, my nigga. Welcome to Big 30. No.
We'll be back.
We're gonna be back, niggas.
2 weeks. We'll be back. Holla, people hear me now. Hear me now.
Yo.
Yeah.